Under the Companies Act 2013, an annual general meeting (AGM) is a yearly meeting where the company's shareholders or owners come together to discuss and decide important matters about the company. Here is a simple breakdown. Who has to hold an AGM? Public companies must hold an AGM. Private companies usually don't need to hold one unless their articles say so. Purpose of AGM: it is like the company's yearly report card meeting with its owners in the AGM. They first review financial performance, approve the financial statements like balance sheet and profit and loss account. Second, declare dividends, decide how much profit will be given to shareholders. Third, appoint or reappoint directors. Directors who retire by rotation may be re-elected. Fourth, appoint auditors. Decide or review or renew the appointment of the company's auditors. Fifth, discuss important matters, any other major business issues. When should it be held? First AGM within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. If held, no need of another that year. After that, every year within 6 months from the end of the financial year, but not more than 15 months gap between two AGMs. Notice for AGM: the company must send a 21 clear days notice to the shareholders, directors and auditors. Notice include date, time, place and agenda of the meeting. Penalty of not holding AGM: the company and its officers can be fined if AGM is not held as per the law. In short, an AGM is a mandatory yearly meeting for the public companies where shareholders get updates on performance, approve accounts, decide on dividends, and make key decisions about directors and auditors. Let's see the sections. Section 96: Requirement and of time of holding AGM. Section 102: Statement annexed to notice, explanatory statement. Section 129: Financial statements to be laid before AGM. Section 134: Approval of board report. Section 139: Appointment of auditor in AGM. Section 168 and 169: Resignation, removal of directors through AGM. Rule 12 of Companies, Management and Administration, Rules 2014. Related provisions. Applicability: Section 96(1). Public companies AGM is compulsory. Private companies no AGM required unless their articles demanded. One person company OPC and small company exempt from holding AGM. Time of AGM. Sorry. Section 96(2). First AGM within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. If held within the time, no other AGM in that year. Subsequent AGMs once every year within 6 months from the end of financial year. Not more than 15 months gap between two AGMs. Notice of AGM. Section 101. Minimum 21 clear days notice. Exclude day of sending and day of meeting. Recipients: all members, directors and auditors. Contents: date, time, place and agenda. Ordinary business in AGM. Section 1022. Usually discussed in every AGM. Approval of financial statements. Section 129. Declaration of dividend. Appointment, reappointment of directors who retire by rotation. Section 152. Appointment, reappointment of auditors, section 139, and fixing their remuneration. Special business in AGM. Any business other than the above is called special business. Special business requires a special resolution and an explanatory statement. Section 102. Filing with ROC. Certain resolutions passed in AGM must be filed with registrar in form MGT 7 annual return and MGT 7A for small companies OPCs. Penalty for not holding AGM, section 99. Company fine up to rupees 1 lakh. Every officer in default fine up to 25,000. Section 96. Annual General Meeting. Who needs to hold an AGM? Public companies must hold an AGM. Private companies, one person, company OPC, and small companies do not need to hold an AGM. First AGM for newly formed companies must be held within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. If the first AGM is held within the period, you don't need another AGM in the same year. Subsequent AGMs every year after the first one must be held every calendar year. The gap between two AGMs cannot be more than 15 months. Must be held within 6 months from the end of the financial year, whichever comes earlier. Time of meeting between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Not on a national holiday. Place of meeting normally held at registered office of the company or some other place in the same city, town, village. For unlisted companies, AGM can also be held anywhere in India if all members agree in advance. In short, section 96 makes it compulsory for public companies to have a yearly meeting which shareholders, sets the timing rules and gives deadlines to, so companies can't delay it too much. Thank you.